Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Cover the Spread here for Thursday, June 19th, 2025. If you're new to Cover the Spread, welcome aboard. Glad to have you. Make sure you subscribe and flip on that notification bell. That way you get notified when these three plays drop and you get the best of the number with us. We appreciate each and every one of you that tune in daily. I know we've got a couple commenters that are always here daily. Hey, shout out to you guys. We appreciate you. Let's get to the capper, see how we're doing here today on this Thursday, and then we'll get right to the three plays we're going. Hey, only two MLB today on the diamond, and then we got the NBA back, the finals here, Game 6. We'll get to it shortly. I don't know where to Ramon. How are you doing here on this Thursday, Ramon?
Great, Rod. Hopefully ready to pick a winner here with you in Major League Baseball and NBA as well here on Cover the Spread on a Thursday.
Definitely. Let's get to some winners. Hey, I got my bounce back on Tuesday with the Rockies. I dropped Mondays, hit it with the Rockies on Tuesday. Wednesday pending, as we always know. So looking to stay hot there. I don't know where the hell. How are you doing here on this Thursday, Al?
Yeah, man, went the other way for me on that Monday Tuesday combo. Hit my Monday pick, then dropped my play yesterday. Looking for that bounce back on Wednesday, and then got some NBA for everyone on Thursday. So stay tuned for that.
Definitely. As always, let's get right to it. The first game we're looking at here to start Thursday slate, we got Arizona, the Diamondbacks into Toronto to take on the Blue Jays. Here in this one, and we've seen a couple games in this series already. We've seen the first one went to the Blue Jays. We got Wednesday's pending as we're shooting this video. But looking at the matchup here, Arizona, Ryan Nelson goes to the bump for Arizona. Hey, he hasn't been horrible. He has had his starts where he has got rocked. You looked against the Reds. He went 3 innings, gave up 4 hits, home run, 4 walks. Ryan Nelson, when he gets himself in trouble with the walks, well, we know what can happen when you get yourself in trouble with the walks, especially when you give up a home run with a couple guys on that you've walked right on the base. Hey, he did have a bounce back after that bad start against the Padres there. Went, what'd he go? 5 innings, 6 hits, and didn't give up that home run and only gave up 1 walk. See, when he doesn't give up any walks or getting those free passes, and then he does all right, does Ryan Nelson, but he doesn't go deep. 3, 4, 5 innings at best for Ryan Nelson. And then we got Gausman going on the other side for Toronto, and he pitches. You see what he's been doing. He hasn't given up more than 3 runs in 4 of his last 5 starts. He gave up 4 last time to Philadelphia on 4 hits. So gave up that home run. Same thing. Got himself in trouble with the walk. And then you give up the long ball. And hey, that happens. Had the winning streak ended there. The team in Gausman starts and won 4 straight. But here at home, I think we get a bounce back. We know Nelson doesn't go deep. And then we know what that Arizona bullpen's like. I think the offense of these Blue Jays can do enough to get you get some off of Nelson and then get the rest and the bulk of the running off the bullpen, which we know that Arizona's going to have to go to at some point in this game, and probably early into the 5th, 6th inning, maybe even earlier if they get to Nelson. So I'm going to go with the Blue Jays here. Bounce back for Gausman after his rough start at Philly. Here at home in this one, give me the Blue Jays on the run line. I think they win by 2+ over Arizona on Thursday. We'll head it on over to Al to get us started. What do you like here in this one? Arizona or Toronto on Thursday?
Yeah, gotta love that pitching advantage there with Gausman for the Blue Jays. Also, not too juiced on the money line here at home. So you know me, I'll take that insurance on the money line. So I'll take a -1. You should be able to get that around -105 or so. And if you want to look at a prop here, you could take a shot on Vladimir Guerrero to get an RBI, maybe even a home run. He has 2 hits and 6 at bats with a home run against Nelson. So look for him to get hot again.
Head on over to Ramon. What do you like here in this one? Arizona or the Blue Jays here on Thursday?
Yeah, Toronto at home starting to become a bit of a thing here right now with their recent surge, winning the most all these games at home. And with Gausman, he's got some distinct advantages over this lineup. A couple key guys right at the top of the lineup there. Suarez and Marte, a combined 5 for 38 against Gausman. So I'm going to look for the Arizona team total under in the first 5 in this one. Toronto is just so hot at home right now. Even that bullpen, I don't know if you want to kind of go under team total full game. The Toronto bullpen is working its way up into the top 10 bullpen ERAs right now. I told Ron yesterday, I said that's where Toronto is. All this hitting's going on. The pitching's doing a good job too, but Gausman can do the job here. I'm going to go Arizona team total under in the first 5 against Toronto on Thursday.
Definitely like that there. I think Gausman has a solid start and gets you that one there, Ramon. Hey, that wraps up the first game we looked at here. Let's get on to the next one. We got on the diamond. Baltimore taking on the Rays. This is Ramon's game. He's going to get a start here in this one. The Orioles or the Rays here on Thursday.
Yeah, and for Tampa Bay here, Drew Rasmussen continues to impress this season with an ERA around 2.5 right now, and he's really shut down a couple of these guys in the Orioles lineup, including Mullins, 0 for 12 against him here. So first 2 of this series went under here, and you got a string of unders with this team's right now. Tampa Bay heading into Wednesday's game anyway, under in 5 of their last 6 games at home. Baltimore had gone under with their series against Tampa Bay in 5 of the last 6 meetings, and Baltimore had gone under in 9 of their last 10 on the road heading into Wednesday's game. So yeah, Morton has that big 6 ERA, but he's held over a few of these guys in the Tampa lineup, like Velo 0 for 4, J-Lo 0 for 5. So I'm going to look to go under in this game with Tampa Bay and Baltimore. We can make fun of Morton a little bit. He has been a little bit more solid in 2 of his last 3 starts. So I'm going to take the under here with Tampa Bay and Baltimore on Thursday evening.
I don't know over to Al. What do you like here in this one? Baltimore or Tampa Bay here on Thursday?
Yeah, so many ways you can look at this. I kind of agree on the under just based on Morton's numbers against this lineup, as you mentioned. Maybe prefer the play on the Orioles team total under there because you know what Rasmussen's been doing all season long. He's been great. Also like the Rays to get the job done at home here. I'll take them -1 as well. A bit juicier than the last play we looked at, but still around -115 or so. Not too bad. There with that pitching advantage, and hey, they've been hot. So I like the Rays -1 there to get the job done. And if you want to look at a prop, I'd look at Danny Jansen here to get us an RBI. Now he could go Yandy Diaz, who has 2 hits and 6 at bats against Morton, and not priced too bad. But if you want to go for some bigger plus money, maybe look at Danny Jansen, who's been hitting the ball well. Just 1 of 4 against Morton, but he had 1 hit in each of his last 4 games before that last one, where he actually came in as a pinch hitter, only had 2 plate appearances, so no hits in that one. But he had been hot before that with 3 RBIs during that stretch as well. So maybe take a shot on Danny Jansen. Should be about +200 there. Better to get an RBI.
Hey, for me here in this one, I'm going to take it to look at a couple RBI props, but on the other side for the Orioles, a couple guys that have hit Rasmussen. You haven't seen him a lot, but in a couple at bats, you look at Gunnar Henderson against Rasmussen. He's hitting 500. He's got himself a single. Small sample size, though, as I alluded to. Only a couple at bats for Gunnar versus Rasmussen, but he's hitting 500. So I'll take Gunnar Henderson for an RBI. You look at the opening game in this series on Tuesday, and hey, Gunnar got an RBI in that matchup. And then another guy I'm looking at here, hey, it's Ramon's game, so why not go with Ramon Laureano to get us an RBI as well? You look at the opening game in this one on Tuesday, hey, he got himself a couple of ribbies for us there. So let's see, Ramon to stay hot and get us a ribby there in that game too, but between Baltimore and Tampa Bay. Hey, that wraps up the MLB slate. Let's get on to the NBA Finals here. Hey, we got the Pacers taking on OKC. Just changed venue into Indiana. Trying to stay alive are these Pacers. I see, 5.5 in most places. 6. Some spot. 6.5. Moved up a little. I see most places 6.5. It was at 5 up to 6.5. So we know where the money's come in early. This is Al's game, so he's going to kick us off. What do you like? Pacers or OKC here on Thursday.
Yeah, that might have a little bit to do with the Tyrese Halliburton injury. Now, I wouldn't be too concerned about it. I don't see this guy sitting this game out here. He's already practiced a little bit, participated in that last light practice they just had. So I expect him to be a go here. And again, this is one you want to put your turn your notifications on for, because, as you said, this number's gone up a little bit. But I do think that once he gets closer to being looking more probable than questionable, I think we will start missing this number. So at 6, and you can still definitely get some 6.5s right now. I'd definitely try to get that hook while we still can before it gets back to 6, or maybe even back down to 5.5. But I expect this to stay around 6. So if you can get the 6.5 now, though, I would hop all over it. Thunder have been great, but just not quite the same team on the road. They're just 1-8 against the spread on the full games on the road in these playoffs. And again, with Halliburton, I'm expecting in the lineup. These Pacers have been great at home, and I expect them to at least put up a good fight and keep this one competitive on their home court, if not pull off an upset and extend this series for one more game. Well, my place on the point.
Got the points with the Pacers, Al says here in this one on Thursday. I don't know over to Ramon. What do you think here in this one? Pacers or OKC?
Well, I think I would probably endorse Al usually, but I'm concerned, man. Halliburton's injury, it's been a lingering injury, certainly, for a few games in this series. But, man, when you go 0 for 6, you got 4 points, you're on the game grabbing at your ankle, your leg. It's a calf injury. So he called it a lower, quote-unquote, lower leg thing. You better know out there. But if he practice, that's fine. I think he will be extremely limited, not in minutes maybe, or effectiveness, more so effectiveness possibly. So I have big concerns as someone who's been on this show waving the Pacer flag. So I'm worried here. Both games did go under here, obviously, in the series so far when at Indiana. So I'm going to look for this game to go under right now. If Halliburton isn't going to be able to produce his numbers here, I don't know who is going to be able to maybe accept the role of adding more points to their total. They certainly have personnel that can score, but man, he's such a key cog. And I know that was a road game, but you don't want to throw it out necessarily. You should be able to show up. And if you're injured enough that you really can't even dent the scorebook, I'm going to have some concerns there. Now, I agree with everything, of course, that Al said about this Oklahoma Thunder team. This is kind of why we've had a little bit of success fading them a little bit because of their road woes. So it'll be tough to cover that number here, but I'm going to go under here in this one, Rod. Maybe the Pacers will be a little bit more limited, and they did the job defensively at home, and I think that's why the Oklahoma City number was down a little bit. So I'm going to go under here to 21.5 in the game between the Thunder and the Pacers on Thursday night, Game 6.
Real quick, if you don't mind, Rod. I just think our boy Tyrese might be turning into a little bit of a diva there, grabbing his ankle down 20 points. That's easy to blame your ankle when you're down 20. I think he'll be just fine. Well, I understand your concern, though. Obviously, you always want to double check these things before tip-off. But, again, I just think we're getting the best of the number right now.
Yeah, I don't like to see that. I don't want anybody ever making excuses either. I don't want the opponent to know where I'm hurt.
No,
But
I
agree with you.
But sometimes you just can't help grabbing where you're hurt because you wince. It's just one of those natural things where you're like, ow, I feel pain. And you reach down to grab where you feel pain. Just one of those things. Sometimes you don't want to say where you're hurt because your opponent's going to exploit it in any sport, especially at this level now.
Did he have maybe
right?
Did he have maybe in that one, Rod, a bruised ego?
That too. That could be all of what we're talking about. Maybe it just puts the little bug in their head that, maybe OKC comes in here a little bit going, hey, look, Halliburton's injured. We know they're hobbled. They don't come in as a little bit focused, and the Pacers can take advantage at the start of this game. Because that's what I'm going to look at. These numbers say that I got to take the Pacers here in the first half. I think that hometown crowd will be loud and obnoxious like they are. They'll be cheering for their team. And what we've seen from OKC out on the road after the follow home win this year, 6-12 ATS in that first half, following a home win this year. What have we seen when they're leading in a playoff series on the road? 1-3 ATS from this Thunder squad when they've been leading in the series. And we've already seen the 2 games that were here in the Pacers. The Pacers did win the first half in those 2 games that were here in Indiana already. And what has Indiana done all playoffs long? 8-2 ATS at home in that first half. You're going to give me over a possession. I'm seeing 3.5 for the Pacers here in the first half. I'll grab it. Give me the Pacers plus the 3.5 here. And then you want to know someone who else has stepped up scoring-wise for the Pacers? It's our buddy Pascal. Siakam's been scoring some points. As I said, last game it was 19.5. I think you got 20 plus. Bookmakers have adjusted that a little bit. I'm seeing 21.5 here for our buddy Pascal. He can still get over that number. I love Pascal to get over that 21.5 here in this one, especially at home. That number's not adjusted enough, I say, by the books. I think he gets more 24, 25, 26. What do you get, 28 last time out? So
yeah, I like that because if Halliburton's really hurt, then they might have to run more offense through him. So, yeah, that's a great look, too.
Yeah. Hey, that wraps it up here for Thursday's action to cover the spread. We appreciate each and every one of you that tune in. And, hey, let us know what you think in the comments section below of the 3 games we covered. And, as always, let's do a quick little recap before we head on out. First game we looked at, I got the Blue Jays over Arizona big. I'm going to take them on the run line. I think they beat up on Arizona with Gausman on the mound in that one. And then the next game we looked at, we got Ramon, Baltimore, taking on the Rays. Low-scoring one. Pitchers duel. Take the under, Baltimore, and the Rays. And then we got Al saying the Pacers are going to hang in there and at least give it 180% effort, grab the points, especially at home. I say this is going to be a close with the Pacers. Hey, thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Appreciate each and every one of you, as always. And that's what are we doing here, as always? We are covering
the spread.
Spread.